Well, what's up, guys? Matthew here, getting ready to watch the season finale of The Sopranos, the second season. I'm so insanely excited. Last season finale was an excellent episode of TV. Probably one of the best season one finales in TV history for me. Um, and then the last couple episodes of this season, it's been building up amazingly. Okay, and specifically last episode, which I would say is easily, having some time to digest it, last episode was easily my favorite episode of the season. So I'm excited to see how they can sort of follow up on that. I mean, it's interesting because you can argue that the antagonist of the season was thwarted last episode. So it's a very open-ended finale. For me, the thing that I have to predict on, and the thing that I feel like it's been building up to the entire season, is pussy related. I feel like that's the biggest problem that is around Tony right now, and I feel like it has to be solved. Not that it has to be solved, but I feel like it will be solved in this episode. And sadly, I think by solved, I'm scared for Pussy's well-being. I will summarize it by that. But all the characters have been fantastic. I'm excited to see if they sort of wrap a bow on the storylines of this season, or they sort of turn them up to a second notch and we keep going with them for the third season. So I just want to hop straight into it. If you guys like the video, drop a like, leave a comment. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon. If you guys like the content on the channel, please subscribe. Let's get right into it. Open it up with some more Livia, maybe? Oh, dude, Livia could die this episode, too. I'm so scared.
Never conspired with him.
I wish somebody would tell me what you're talking about.
Ask your brother.
I'm here to get your living situation settled now with Janice gone.
Come on.
Yeah, beyond that, I got nothing to say to you.
Go live with Tony.
Live with us. I'm sorry, but Tom won't allow it.
Janice was right. I won't go back to that place.
You got that right. They won't have you back at Green.
Dude, she's the greatest.
To the staff.
She's the greatest manipulator of all time. But I'm sad that it's not working on Tony as much.
Life. If you had a mother that had one shred of gratitude in her, one shred, but you don't.
She's taking a page from your wife's book.
Oh, that is fucking outrageous. Carmel asked you how many fucking times to come live with us.
Oh my god.
Well, he's gone. Nice work, Ma. Carmela's been so sweet to you.
That's awesome as hell. Uh-oh. Oh no.
What are you doing?
Oh no. Barbara is genuinely the only normal one. Oh, dude. I'm so scared that he's gonna get shot. Right in the head. Oh, he's dead. Man, this is way too nice. And he is way too happy. I would argue he's kind of way too confident. Speaking about pussy, of course. Tony is also too happy.
Help yourself, you fat fuck.
They good?
Oh, dude, they're gonna have to.
You too?
I'm afraid Tony, Silvio, Chris, and Paulie are gonna, like, gun pussy down in a corner.
You sell thousands of these cards to the greedy pricks. Cards at a cut rate. But you bought the bulk time on credit, remember?
No! No!
Fucking beautiful. It's a good one.
Oh, Prince Rogaine.
No! He's gonna have to do it himself.
I give Carmelo all the credit.
Hey, you had something to do with it too.
Cheers. Have a saludo. Salute.
I wonder how they're gonna handle that too, if Meadow's just gonna be completely gone for large stretches of time and we're gonna have, like, consistent visits with her.
Richie April's in the Bermuda Triangle. All my enemies are smoked. The fuck? Don't bring that in here. Wait outside.
Oh, it's over, guys.
What did I say?
I mean, here's the thing. I'm obviously picking up on these blatantly obvious looks, okay? But they could very well be doing that on purpose to make me strongly think something and then subvert my expectations right at the end.
Don't you hate that?
What? What do you want?
Air in the bag.
I want her to get out so bad, but she won't. She will never.
Ah! It's fucking alive! It's alive!
Oh my god. Oh my god. Tony, what did you do?
It's for you.
Oh my god.
This is a dream.
You look beautiful, Carl.
Oh, this is a dream, man.
Come here.
It's anytime I don't know how to explain it. Anytime something too good happens, it's gotta be a dream. Oh, he's gonna be so goddamn depressed at the end of this episode when he shoots Pussy right in the face. I'm sticking with it. That was a hallucination. Oh, this is beautiful. Is this Atlantic City or is this somewhere else on the shore? No. This whole reaction is just gonna be me saying no anytime Pussy shows up on screen.
By the way, Patsy.
What is this goddamn sound in the background? Are these birds?
I'm Philly.
Sorry. Right. Philly. Yeah. Thought you were your brother. You know, I just put a sable awful.
Okay, so what is he? He's hallucinating, having dreams, all this shit, and they're gonna lead him to figure out that Pussy is doing something wrong. Oh, he is losing it. Well, I think he subconsciously knows all this stuff about Pussy, and they're leading him to have these same dreams. Same thing with season 1 with Livia.
I would just fucking kill myself. I've been so fucking depressed.
Tony?
Sorry. Sorry, go back to bed.
Oh, no, what? What now?
I love that shot right there, man.
So big nothing.
What is?
Oh no, they're gonna make me cry when he gets killed, man.
You have a tendency towards depression, yes. But listen to me, all right? Everything's gonna be all right. I'm here. I'm with you. The kids are safe in their beds. They love you.
Breathe, Tony, breathe. Throwing up because he knows what he has to do?
Fucking motherfucking wugs.
That was the greatest fart of all time in TV.
Letting those big ones.
Who do you think?
Was Sundeep there?
Yeah.
But see, here's the problem: killing Pussy. The cops, the FBI, they're gonna have the information still, so they're still gonna be on his back.
Here. What's the matter?
I thought the whole point was that he could still earn.
President Franklin is my best friend. And he's in there.
Look, some cooperators, when they finally get their new identity, they do pretty fucking good. One snitch I worked with became recycling and garbage commissioner of a good-sized city in Florida.
I thought the whole point was that he could still earn.
That chicken. I'll be a fucking cocker spaniel.
It's crazy how anytime there's a problem, he blames something on like society or other people.
I love my coat.
It's fake. The coat did not happen. See, here's the thing with these, and I feel like these are going to be recurring till the end of the show, at least having one episode with extreme hallucinations or dreams. They do something that makes me feel like it's a hallucination, then the next scene, they back it up with something that kind of makes it feel more real.
I don't know.
I gotta pay attention. This sound in the background has got to be...
Has yet to reveal himself.
I love that shot, man. It looks like they're like on a conveyor belt or something. What is that sound? Is it a bed? Is it... Like, story-wise, I don't think it's so far as it's as strong as last episode, but like cinematography-wise, oh my god. This is especially of this time period. This is one of the best cinematic episodes I've ever seen, and we're only, what, 10 minutes in?
Make it a 9.
He's gonna go through everyone.
What? He's one of my best guys, a terrific earner. So what the fuck would I do that for?
Come on, Melfi. Yo, Melfi? He's gotta think about hiring psychiatrists.
You've never dealt with your
Because they know what the hell's going on.
You are the biggest threat.
Oh, not another one.
But that's what being a human being is.
But some people are more self-destructive than others.
You gonna make me eat something now?
Maybe.
I want the whole episode. I want the entire episode to be hallucinations.
Motherfucking fucking.
I think you have food poisoning.
No. He knows what he's got to do. Well, the subtitles have said ropes and cables. Are they gonna choke this motherfucker out? Oh my god, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, psychedelic. This episode is incredible.
Of course, nobody's saying.
Is that Artie?
Hey, Tom.
Uh-oh.
Send him up.
You don't even make any sense when you talk.
Send him up.
He's gonna get ripped a new one.
Worrying about paying your fucking rent or whatever it is you fucking worry about.
Oh my... Tony! I know why he's doing it, but... Because this is probably gonna be one of the most horrendous moments of his life when he does this later in the episode, but...
I'm talking about food.
Okay, Puss. Yeah, I'm sorry to bother you. Okay, thanks a lot.
Man, I love Artie too. I wish he was more in the show. But also, again, it's the same hypocritical feelings. I don't want him to be in the show because I don't want him to go through these shitty things.
I go on.
Olivia Soprano?
Oh, no. That's how good this show is. It can carry an entire finale on the back of like 30 minutes worth of dream sequences and hallucinations.
Pussy?
I'm confused.
Isn't Pussy your friend?
Yeah.
Even in dreams.
Was almost carried off
Tony-
by the ducks, right?
Tony is hallucinating Melfi, solving his problems or helping him like work out his issues.
When you say pussy, you mean my friend Pussy or,
Pussy.
Pussy?
Whatever seems to be dominating your thoughts.
I got pussy on the brain. I always do. Well, I want to fuck you. I always did.
These sound effects are insane.
I told you that the first time we met.
Are they gonna hang him or are they gonna... What are they gonna do? Dude, he is a horn dog at all times. Wolf sounds too? What, like, oh my god. Animal?
What's he smiling at?
Oh, dude, I got it. I can't wait for like a second or third watch of this show, and maybe even a couple video analysis, just of breaking down every single piece of symbolism foreshadowing anything in this show.
How's it going?
You didn't get sick?
Oh, this is fantastic.
What you weigh?
8 pounds.
Lost a lot of weight.
Swimming. The best exercise. Works every muscle group.
Get the fuck out of here. You never exercised once in your life.
Anyway, $4 a pound. You know I've been working with the government, right, Tone?
Don't say it.
I mean, I would assume it's been something he's known since day one. He just sort of subconsciously held it down because he didn't want to hear it.
Fuck.
You passed me over for promotion, Tone. You know.
How much shit you give him?
A lot.
Dude, these sounds are scaring me. What the fuck are they gonna do to him?
I want to see you flopping around down there.
Oh my god. I really hope that Tony doesn't be the one to do it. Get Fury or get the Terminator to do it, so he doesn't have to deal with that shit.
God help you, Tony, if your head is in that bowl for graduation, because I sure as hell won't.
He's gonna put Pussy down, but Pussy already did the work with the tickets, man.
Give me a minute, Ange.
Get the gun on you, get something.
Hey, Tony, how you feeling?
Better.
Good. You look better. I mean, than I thought you would.
This is just a feeling out period. They're not gonna.
Doing.
Can't complain.
They ain't gonna do it right here.
Hey, boy.
Oh, I got a call about a boat. Sea Ray 50. I want you guys' opinion on it.
What, now?
Yeah, the owner's got 2 offers. I gotta decide this morning. Cuban guy.
No.
Okay.
Just throw some clothes on. Come on.
Okay.
Oh, Pussy ain't stupid, man.
I could use that cup of coffee.
You're right. We don't need to see this.
I promised Gab I'd pick up 10 bags of the garden motion.
No, I don't. I'm so speechless this episode. I don't know what to say. Because this needs to happen. It needs to happen. Oh, open the box. What's in the box? Open it back up. Oh. There it is. Oh, this is a legendary episode in my opinion.
It's a little early in the day, no?
Sea legs.
Yeah, what the fuck?
One last ride, best buds. Are they gonna do it out in the middle of the ocean? Dump him?
For boat, Tony.
I've been waiting 40 minutes. The Cuban had to go see the harbor master, but we're free to give it a spin.
Oh, he knows.
Come on, puss.
Oh, man.
Let's go down below. Check out the mahogany.
Come on.
He knows. Everybody knows. This is fucking fantastic. I like how I've talked about, and I don't, maybe I save this for the end, I don't want to talk over anything important, but I talked about a couple episodes ago how it's a character study, so they don't really spend so much time on showing the action, so to speak. I like how we don't get Tony's, the entire season, thoughts about maybe Pussy's ratting. We get in a fucking amazing dream sequence hallucination, not realization, but accepting of his realization.
Take a seat, puss.
Groovy as fuck, man. Oh, right in the head.
What did they flip you? Tell me. Don't lie.
I'm really pissed off that they're playing this music in the background right now because I'm afraid that I'm gonna have to make the audio weird so it doesn't get hit by copyright. But oh my god, this is amazing. Talk first. Don't shoot him. Talk first. Well, look at that acting, man.
What's going with Push Cage?
Home.
Dirty life. I had no choice. I come home.
2 years. Is it 2 years?
A year and a half, Doc. Less. I can't figure out no fucking goddamn how. I don't have time. Let me explain. I fed them bullshit. Nothing. What you would call it, disinformation, so I could live. Depriving my any subsistence level whatsoever. I will do nothing, Tony. Nothing to put you in harm's way. Or his.
Sounds like you're talking about the number one order, huh? Pushy did nothing.
No.
My mother's eyes are watching me.
Thank you. Thank you, Paulie.
They know about the calling cards. I'm not in that. But what else? That's it. That is recently.
What not recently?
I'm thinking. Fucking noise.
Where you going?
The other shit, none of it amounted to anything. I've been careful. I got this down. I'm mind fucking these donkeys like you wouldn't believe.
No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But mostly I talked up the Scatino bust out. Nothing federal there to link you, Tony. They need serial numbers. I'm telling you, this disinformation shit isn't effective.
No, it isn't. Oh my God! Don't do it. No, no, don't do it, Paulie. Paulie. Paulie, calm down. Gonna come back down with the gun? Okay.
What's the matter with you? This is fucking swell. I got food poisoning. You don't see me getting all fucked up. Don't yell at me. I'll fucking yell at you. You don't like it?
Oh my God, dude. Obviously, this would hit them so hard. I would assume, what, like 30 years probably running with the same guys? He looks. Oh my God. And I'm afraid that we're gonna switch to hallucination right here.
We got any good tequila?
Oh, this could be a dream. I think it might be real. Just giving him one last hurrah. But I don't know.
$26. I'm telling you this broad. Her ass was the second coming. Never wore panties.
No, don't walk behind him. Let me see everybody on screen at all times, so I know it's coming.
That should jerk me under the fucking table. I'd eat her out when I was down there.
Is he even gonna think about his family at the end?
Do you even really exist?
Come on, let it happen.
Not in the face, okay? Give me that. Huh? Keep my eyes.
You were like a brother to me. To all of us.
Yeah.
Come on.
Started feeling out too. My inner rib balance is off.
Oh! Oh! Come on. Take like a man.
Jesus Christ. I gotta sit down. I feel like I can't stand. Is that okay, Tony? Did I sit?
Damn. I'ma miss you, puss. Oh, I got so much stuff to talk about at the end of this episode. What a fantastic build-up. How are they gonna... What's the lie gonna be to his wife? Are they gonna lie, or is it just gonna be like, hey, cost of doing business? Oh, poor pussy, man. You did it to yourself. I feel like I've said basically nothing this episode. I've just... Such a fantastic build-up, but like not like out of shock. Like a... You know it's coming. The tension, the build-up, the dread.
Put Anthony on.
Don't call here.
I am at Newark Airport. We've been held here since 9 o'clock this morning.
Your mother is still at the airport.
Tough shit.
Go get Anthony. I need a lawyer. I'm in airport security.
Poor Olivia, man.
I can't do it. I can't call. I don't know what to do. They say that Anthony gave me a stolen ticket. They're gonna call the FBI.
Here, you better, I don't know. The fun never stops.
Funhouse.
Anthony, the tickets are stolen.
The fuck? What did you say?
Did you?
Ma, I'll send someone down there to pick you up, but I don't know what you're talking about. Okay?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is it to get on an airplane?
Are they here? Is he gonna miss the graduation party?
What do you want?
Agent Harris.
Anthony Soprano. We have a warrant to search your house, property, and your family vehicle.
What are you looking for today, boss?
Stolen airline tickets, constituting mail fraud, wire fraud, and any other federal violation.
See your warrant.
You can also see the tickets. We already found them in your Suburban.
You have the right to remain silent.
Oh, damn, they can.
A lawyer.
You have the right to an attorney.
What are you, a fucking parrot? What did I just say?
Tony.
We're entitled to search the rest of the domicile.
Lock him up, boys! That's what you get. Meadow's gonna be pissed at you for the rest of your, probably like a year or two, I don't know.
Our daughter is graduating high school. You can't wait a few days to persecute him? To persecute us?
Jerry, get the door.
Oh, Meadow is gonna hold this fucking revenge, dude.
For Terry.
Oh, for the rest of her life.
Couple hours, don't worry.
I'm graduating tomorrow.
That's good, dude. Like, I want more. I want more focus on everyone. I've already discussed this. I want so much more focus on Meadow and AJ. Just because, just picture how horrendous that is. That your father is a known wanted mob boss. Everybody around you knows. Everyone judges you for it. Behind your back, in front of you.
Weak in the knees. Can't stand the heat?
I got food poisoning. You think this bothers me, you fuckhead?
This way.
Oh, that is fucking dehumanizing right there. Got him in a little cage on the side of the room.
God, am I so not going to miss this?
Yeah, she's gonna be outie. Like, she ain't gonna speak to the family for like 3 years.
Okay, Ma, I hear you, Ma. One more fucking minute, I wouldn't be in this spot. I beat a homicide, and now I fucked up, Neil. I blew an easy one. I blew everything.
Tony.
No fucking Tony. We got fucking federal charges. We got the FAA. Before this is over, they're gonna pin that Egypt Dad thing on me, and you fucking know it.
Dude, this might be, in a long ass time, the most speechless I've been during an episode of TV.
Don't think about that now, Anthony. You'll make bail. There's no capital crimes. Get on with life.
Dude, I want to know how famous is he? Because
my mother, my fucking goddamn idiot.
Every episode of this where he's like shown in the public eye or people that knew him, like I'm surprised by the level of how much he's known.
Anthony.
That's not enough? Fucking demented old bat.
You're so angry with your mother and the airline tickets. And I'm not saying that it's not serious, but a year ago your mother colluded to have you killed, yet you never say boo about that, even when I tried to elicit. If she tried to have you killed a year ago, believe me, in your childhood, she's inflicted serious psychic injuries that are still there.
Poor me.
Oh, dude. I hope we get, and I 100% guarantee you we will. I can't wait for pussy hallucinations.
I'll have you.
Rage, Anthony, is a big, loud, flaming self-distraction from feelings that are even more frightening.
What feelings might those be?
Sadness. You go off on a racist rant about Indian food.
It's so... I love how she can easily read him so much.
What else has happened?
Nothing.
What else?
After 2 years treating you, I've learned things. And I pick up sorrow coming from you.
I had a dream I fucked your brains out.
Oh,
Right on
brother.
that desk. You loved it.
Boy, you threw that at me like a rock. Sadness, Anthony. Stay with that. Mommy tried to kill you.
Dude, she's like egging him on. I love it. But he better not throw a goddamn hissy fit.
Fuck you.
And now you're really in trouble.
I'm gonna beat this shit. You kidding me? And with that...
It's over. Turn around. Come back. Come back.
Maybe, baby, I'll have you.
Meadow, Mary Angela, Soprano.
Woo! Oh, what a nice supportive brother. Don't fall or anything, please. I'm so scared. The police better not show up here.
So I might as well take this opportunity.
Getting a raise?
Posing you to get your button.
No, we don't want that. We don't want that. That's not a good thing.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh.
We don't want that. How'd Junior get here?
Carmela sees you, she's gonna cut you a new asshole.
I'm leaving.
Oh, come on. Can you control yourself anywhere?
What? Don't make me fucking laugh.
Hey, I lived in New Mexico until I was 11, remember?
Hey, you ever try riding?
No.
The airlines are running specials nonstop into Nevada. Fly right into Vegas, half-hour's drive. You should come hang out.
Dude, this guy is
Vegas,
insane.
huh?
I hope I said right when we introduced him in the episode he came back, I want to see more of him because I like recurring characters, but I'm done with this sicko. Get him out of here. No more.
Sal knew it was today. I told him over and over. He's so self-centered.
How long is it? He's been gone for a day. Aww. See, I'm actually... There's a slight tinge of, emotions? I don't know. It's nice seeing that family dynamic, and especially people like Meadow and AJ, whom are innocent. I want them to get out of there. I don't want them to be involved with this, and it almost feels like Meadow's having that opportunity to, leave the coop, so to speak. But I have no faith in Tony that he will let it thrive. You know what I mean? He'll do something else to fuck up. Obviously, that's the whole point of it. That's the whole point of it. I love these. But I think I talked about it probably last season, or it might have been in my House of the Dragon Season 2 reactions. End of season montages are so, hit or miss for me, depending on the point of them. Something like this right here, just getting a recap, which is... It's perfect. It's what an end of season montage should be. Whereas something like a House of the Dragon Season 2 isn't a recap. It's a teaser for the next season. And I don't want to go into specifics about other shows in a Sopranos reaction. But it just doesn't hit. But something like this, the emotions, okay? The... Putting this happy facade, you know what I mean, music and editing over, a character like Tony and his family whom... have just suffered, have just suffered, but are constantly suffering and constantly depressed. And obviously, that's probably one of the worst moments in Tony's life right there. Putting pussy down. So, oh man, that was a damn good episode. Okay, guys, that was the season finale of the second season of The Sopranos. A fucking phenomenal season finale. I'm trying to think back to last season finale. I think that last season finale, I there was like higher peaks, but I think consistently, I think this might have been a slightly better episode. I mean, obviously the Livia on the stretcher scene is probably still my favorite scene of the entire show, if not, top 5 at the lowest. And this episode definitely had fantastic scenes, but I don't know. I talked about it right in the beginning, and I think my main point about it is I don't think that the story was necessarily better than the season 1 finale, but I think that everything else packaged together with still a fantastic story edges it slightly over season 1. This season was absolutely incredible. I mean, better than the first season. I have it pulled up in a little bit. I'm going to go into detail a little later. I know a couple episodes ago, maybe like 6 or 7 at this point, maybe, I went and gave detail on where I ranked season 1 of Sopranos compared to other season 1s of TV shows I've watched. I'm going to do that with season 2 in 1 second, and I'm going to do it on the fly. I'm not prepared for it at all. I've not had a cut since the episode ended, but I want to go into detail about the season for a second. And obviously, the first thing I want to focus on is Pussy. Fantastic. A fantastic arc right there. And I talked about it a little bit in the episode, and I talked about it a couple episodes ago as well. I love the different approach that this show has when it comes to important moments or important action, because of how much of a character study this is. Okay, much more than something, say, like a... and again, I don't want to keep being like a broken record, but I'm just comparing it to a show that I'm very familiar with, something like Breaking Bad. Not saying that one show necessarily has a better main character or anything like that, but comparative, this show is much more of a character study than Breaking Bad is. Breaking Bad obviously focuses on Walter White a ton of the time, and he is one of the greatest characters of all time. But every single episode of The Sopranos it's about Tony's mental state, okay? And specifically the negativeness around it, the trauma, the abuse, not only that he himself has suffered, but that he puts onto others as well. Like his kids or his co-workers, whether it be on purpose or not on purpose. His conversations with specifically Melfi are incredible. And they're one of those things, because I'm not going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. I'm not the smartest person of all time, so I don't have some sort of breakdown for every single sentence that is said. So I know I'm probably quieter than usual when it comes to Melfi and to Tony scenes when compared to other scenes of the show, but that's not out of disinterest or confusion. It's just out of watching a complex character be studied and picked apart and read, and being Melfi trying to help him. It's so fucking entertaining that it just leaves me speechless. I found it very interesting here that just like last season, when he had this Livia in Junior, specifically Livia problem, I feel like he didn't need Livia to tell him what was going on, because he knew subconsciously what the hell happened. But he needed that sort of reassurance, that I would say support, from Melfi, that helped him really make a move, if that makes sense. And I find it very interesting here how that's essentially what happened in this episode, this season, where the big problem was Pussy. Someone close to him sort of betraying him. And he obviously knew, he felt something off the entire season. I feel like even Pussy, there was this one reference to sandwiches or something when he was talking to the FBI guy. And obviously I don't think that was a major point. I don't even know if that was an exact occasion, but I can assume that throughout the entire season, moments like that have been happening, where Tony is suspicious. Something's off. Pussy's behavior is different than usual. But because it's such a close friend, because it's such a hard moment, it's not something that Tony can just, come out right out of the gate like, hey, let's go kill him, he's snitching on us. The connection will not allow him to do that. So him sort of working up the courage and the confidence through a hallucination of Melfi, I think is fantastic. I think Melfi is a very important person to Tony, not from like Tony's feelings per se, just out of like processing information. So I feel like Tony went his entire life not knowing he was depressed, not knowing he was abused, not having the realization of the negativeness surrounding him. And because of Melfi, he has sort of he always processes that now, if that makes any sense. He's not as confident as before. So it's different. I don't know how to explain it, but I like that relationship. Obviously, it's one of the best relationships of the show, Tony and Melfi. And seeing that grow, I would assume, I would hope every season, is something I'm strongly looking forward to. As long as Melfi doesn't get hit in any collateral, which at this point I wouldn't think so. But what the hell do I know? I don't. What do I know? But Pussy specifically, I don't know the actor's name. Something I'm gonna have to find out. Usually I'm on top of the actors, but ever since I've started doing these reactions, I don't really look into them that much because I don't want to get spoiled on anything. But his actor was fantastic. So the whole season, specifically, what was it, episode 7 or 8, when he was crying, at the party thing for AJ, and then this episode, like just through body language, and even the other episode, it was just through body language and crying. That adds so much emotional weight because talking like a real life scenario, if something important hits, not everyone has a whole paragraph that they're about to spit out. Some people go silent, and the ability to like, perfectly act that out, because really this episode, it felt so hard hitting. And even if I'm not on Pussy's side, I'm not on Tony's side, I'm not on anybody's side, because in a real life scenario, I don't like the mafia, I don't like crime, you know what I mean? Like that's an obvious point. So when I'm excited about it, it's through television, or the lens of media fiction. But when you get into that hard hitting scenario on the boat, like it's tough, because I don't want him to die, but also he needs to die. He needs to die. He's earned death, if that makes any sense. So. And it was built up so well. I talked about at the very beginning of the reaction, the idea of not showing the action, of just having Tony not throughout multiple episodes suspect. Maybe he'll give a glance or two, or have an opinion, or obviously skipping over Pussy. A big detail of not trusting him, and specifically in the beginning of the season, it was very clear that he was untrustworthy, and he sort of almost pushes Pussy away so he doesn't have to deal with the problem immediately. But instead of a normal show like, oh, I think he's snitching, let's watch him, they have a couple episodes of them, surveying him, following him, tailing him, seeing where he goes, like a normal show would do. This show doesn't have that. And maybe that did happen. You know what I mean? Maybe the tailing did happen. Maybe watching him did happen. But we don't need that. Because all we need is Pussy's side, because it's a character study on Pussy as well. It's not just Tony. We need the character study on Pussy and how he's dealing with the fact that, because obviously, it's hard for Tony. It was probably even harder for Pussy, because it's not something he wanted to do. But when you get down to it, and like all criminals, okay, they'll say you're loyal, but 99.99% of people, when faced with life in prison, when faced with 5 years in prison, would flip on a dime so easily. They wouldn't even hesitate, because humans are selfish beings, selfish creatures. So like seeing that throughout the whole season, sort of get slowly built up, and then you know what I mean? Because the big problem of the season is Richie. He's the sort of physical problem, and Pussy is the mental problem. And the physical problem offers more threat, more danger in the immediate regard. And once that is cleared, and I love it once how Tony's so happy and his mind's clear, he realizes, whether it be subconscious or not, like, hey, there is another problem. There is a wolf among the sheep, and maybe that was what the wolf sounds were. I know there was a lot of animal sounds. I would love to see if anyone can give me some of the symbolism I talked about it throughout the episode. A show as packed and as detailed and as complex and as quality as this show. I'm obviously not going to pick up on every single little detail upon the first watch, because, like I said, it's so packed. So that makes future rewatches even more exciting, picking up on things I missed in the first place, or even like getting a second opinion or a second realization at different points. I love it. I absolutely love it. I think I don't know. I'll ask you guys if anyone is still watching my discussion at this point. If you guys would be interested in doing in me doing a character ranking at the end of every episode, like a top 5 characters, or top 10, something. I don't know if you guys watch other reactors. Jimmy Macram is my favorite reactor of all time, and my favorite show, live action show of all time, is Lost. My favorite part about those reactions was the fact that he would rank characters every single episode, just to give us a, sort of a glimpse into his mindset. So I would be interested in doing that. Real quick, it's the same, it's the usual suspects. I mean, Olivia is still number 1. Janice is very close, you know, whether she be number 2 or number 4, depends, because I don't know. Janice is in that I don't know, cliche character build, has the characteristics of my favorite subgroup of characters, you know, the ones that are in my top 10, top 15 characters of all time in fiction. Those sort of characteristics, but at the same time, she's only been in the show for a season, and she was barely shown in like half the episodes of the season. So it's not something, she didn't strike me or connect with me as immediately as Livia did, who is my number 1, and who was, again, in that same sort of category. So I don't know if I can give her number 2 yet, but obviously Tony and Carmela, they are neck and neck. Honestly, I can say that easily. I have no preference over them, because they're 2 different characters, and they have different problems, and they have different mindsets, but they're in the same world, if that makes sense. And it's so interesting seeing that being studied, and I'm interested to see how it ends, because one would hope, okay, like from a good human standpoint, okay, and I'm not saying that Carmela is a saint or something like that. I'm not saying that, you know, Tony's some evil bad guy or anything like that. But I would want them to not be together anymore, specifically for Carmela's sake and for the children's sake. But I'll tell you right now, I don't think that there's any possibility within Carmela as a character that will happen. Whether it be tricking herself into thinking she wants to stay, or something like a Stockholm syndrome, she's with Tony, ride or die for life. Like, that's 100%. With the kids, there is hope. With the kids, I do have hope that they will one day have a realization, almost like Tony's having now. You know what I mean? I would absolutely love if we got therapy scenes of Meadow or AJ at such a young age, having the same realizations that Tony's having at a younger age, before they go through life, before they're stuck in their ways, so that they can not change but prevent the path they go down. I think that would be absolutely perfect. Talking about the character rankings, that's gonna be my top 4. Those are the only people that have like differentiated themselves so far ahead of everyone else. Again, I could do a 5 through 20 ranking of some of my other excellent characters of the show, but for right now, unless you guys want it, I'm just gonna stick to mentioning those 4. But with the rankings, I want to try and see if I can rank season 2 on the fly, comparative to all the other second seasons of shows that I've watched. It should only take about 2 or 3 minutes. I'm just looking right now. My favorite season 2 in television history is Vinland Saga. It is an anime, and like Sopranos, it is a fantastic character study. I would definitely recommend that show. It is clearly not better than Vinland Saga season 2. So, no, it is not number 1. My second favorite season of TV is Fargo. And again, no hesitation, it is not better than Fargo season 2. For people who are not familiar with Fargo, or for people who keep hearing me mention Fargo, I know I've recommended it to a couple people in the comments. I talk about it all the time when it comes to cinematography and editing. It's an anthology show, and season 2 is the best season of the show. It is fantastic, and you are doing a disservice to yourself if you do not partake in Fargo. Watch the movie first, and then watch all the seasons. You will not be disappointed at all. I promise you. My second favorite season, or not my third favorite second season, is Attack on Titan. It's my favorite show. Damn, I never get this right. It's so confusing pointing at it right there, that poster. It's my second. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I'm so confused with all the seconds. It's my favorite show of all time. Upon the first watch, it wasn't like a legendary season of TV for me, but upon my multiple rewatches, I've fallen in love. So maybe upon a rewatch of Sopranos, this is where I'm already gonna say how good this season is. Already by the third, second season, it's already in the discussion. So as opposed to season 1, where it was like there was no shot that it could enter the top 10 for me. This season is edging third already. Like I was saying, maybe after a couple rewatches, or maybe even after only one rewatch, when I see the full completion of Tony's character study and how this chapter with Richie and Pussy really affected him, maybe it will rank even higher. But for me, I'm gonna stick to Attack on Titan season 2 for now. My fourth favorite season 2 of all time is Game of Thrones. I gotta go Game of Thrones. I gotta go Game of Thrones still. I got to. I mean, I have the books there. Obviously, it's my favorite sort of universe, and season 2 is still like some of the best TV of all time. Has one of the best episodes in TV history. Season 2, episode 9, Blackwater. So I'm gonna have to stick with it. Although I do want to say the last two seasons of this episode, the last 2 episodes of this season, the Knight in White Satin Armor and Funhouse, without a doubt, top 200 episodes I've ever watched. Probably top 100. I really love those episodes. 2 of my top 5 episodes of the show, most likely. Then we get to my number 5, which is Dexter, and I can safely say that The Sopranos season 2 I like more than I liked season 2 of Dexter. So we found it, we found it. Add the clapping sounds. The Sopranos season 2 is my 5th favorite season 2 in television history. It's above a lot of really good season 2s, stuff like Ozark, The Leftovers, Narcos, The Wire. Oh, there's so many. There's so many good ones. For me, season 2s of television, I'll say this because I know I talked about it a couple episodes ago when I was talking about season 1s. I'm not a huge fan of season 1s, but that being said, season 1s are typically more stand out ish. I don't know the exact wording I should use there, but season 1s typically stand out more than season 2s. Season 2s for me are always those like, well, it's not the best, but it's always so underrated. But this one immediately just hit me with quality from the very beginning. So I do have to give it its props. And again, looking at the shows that I had above it again, something like Game of Thrones, I've watched 3 times. Attack on Titan, I've watched like 6 times. Vinland Saga, I've watched twice. Okay, the only other season that I've watched once, the same amount as I have with Sopranos, is Fargo, which again, that dude, you have to watch Fargo. It's so good. I love it so much. But going back to The Sopranos right here. Not going back to The Sopranos. I've been on The Sopranos, but going back to the specifics of the characters. I'm so happy. Like, all the characters. And I know I say this a lot. I know that I say it a lot, and I know that I don't think any of you are tired of it because you're such big fans of The Sopranos and you want me to praise it. But I've never watched a show where I've immediately loved all characters, and all those characters, it's being like a lot of characters, like 15, I bet. Just from the get-go, the emotional complexity, the amazing complex characters, and also something that's very important that I don't know if I've discussed, the sort of respect to the audience. There's not a lot of hand-holding, and I will be honest, like everyone and anyone who says this is lying, sometimes hand-holding is helpful. You know, obviously sometimes it does help you think of things that you hadn't thought of, or think back to certain moments that you wouldn't have. But with this show, I don't think it's needed, because the characters are characterized. I don't know. They're done so well, so realistic and so consistent. There's no like big without character wouldn't do that moments. I feel like I know all the characters. I feel like I've lived with the characters. I feel confident in saying I can predict characters' opinions or movements or ideas or anything like that. I feel confident in saying that. So, just like from the get-go, because I'm thinking about other shows, some of my other favorite shows of all time. Lost. Through the first 2 seasons, there was only 2 characters that I absolutely loved. And then a whole bunch of ones I really loved, and then a couple I liked, and then obviously you trickle down. But like with this show, there's 4 characters I love. 4 that I love. Okay, obviously my top 4 that I mentioned. So, I gotta give it its respect. And even with a show like Lost, I've talked about, Lost had flashback episodes every episode. And again, while it's my favorite live action show of all time, I have to give this show its props. They're much better at handling those character arcs, and that those deep dives into the characters without flashbacks. Just with actions, or not again. And as I've spoken, I misspoke right there. Not even actions, just out of thoughts, out of ideas, out of reacting to certain things. That's what it is. This show isn't action; it's reaction to action. If that makes sense. I could have just said reaction, I bet, but screw it. And then other like Breaking Bad. Again, I can safely say Breaking Bad being one of my favorite shows of all time, and having, in my opinion, one of the greatest seasons of all time, season 5. Its first 2 seasons can't hold the first 2 seasons of The Sopranos' jockstrap, in my opinion. I'm interested to see if I will love a season of The Sopranos as much as I love season 4 or season 5 of Breaking Bad. But the first 3 seasons of Breaking Bad, for me, are easily beatable, if that makes any sense. And just looking at my season 2 ranking right there, Breaking Bad was like my 15th or something like that. So a lot different than a 5. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to talk about. I feel like I've talked about all like other characters and stuff in other discussions. And I don't know if it's a negative or a positive, but when I get to a season finale, my discussion at the end tends to be more like the end of season montage right there. It's more of like a recap of the entire season and my feelings on the whole season as a whole. Trying to pinpoint some of my favorite episodes. Obviously, The Knight in White Satin Armor, Funhouse, D-Girl, and Full Leather Jacket. I think that was the name of the episode. Those are my top 4. 7, 8, 12, and 13. Easily my top 4. Apparently, I'm just a top 4 channel now. I only have top 4s. I can't think of anything in the 5th spot. So, without a doubt, those are some of my favorite. And again, I want to repeat it. Some of my favorite episodes in TV history already. So, as someone said last episode too, if I thought that the first 2 seasons were good, just wait, just buckle up. And obviously, everybody says that about their favorite shows. As someone who's watched One Piece, which is 1,100 episodes long, I've had thousands of conversations of, oh yeah, the first 100 episodes were good. And then someone coming up, well, if you thought that the first 100 was good, wait until you get to episode 893. It's the best episode, shit like that. Or it kind of gets sort of unbelievable, or like just like you're talking up your favorite. But with this, I'm on board. I believe it. I know that this is going to get even juicier. I know that the characters are going to get even more complex. I'm going to hate some of the characters that I love right now. I'm going to love some of the characters that I'm disliking. I'm going to be sad when some of them die. I'm going to be happy when some of them leave. You know what I mean? I'm excited to see Janice return. I want more. That's another thing, and I keep saying it, and it's those hypocritical thoughts. I was about to say I want to see more Barbara, but the thing is, I really don't want to see more Barbara because she's so normal, because she seems like she's escaped. And I don't want her to get dragged back in. And I want that sort of future for Meadow. I want that for AJ. I want that for everybody. But you know what I mean? With how, I don't even know the word to describe it, but with how Tony is at his core, and honestly with how Carmela is, and how close she wants to keep the family, I don't think she will ever have a realization or opinion of, hey kids, you need to get away from us, you need to keep away from your father. I don't think she'll ever have that. I think that it is sort of a connection to, I don't want to say that Tony has abused her, because I don't know if that's the right word, but I feel like Carmela wouldn't necessarily ever come to the realization that the kids are better off away from Tony. I don't know. I do not know. But I'm so excited for the next season. Dude, what a goddamn show. You guys are right at every step of the way. This show is so fantastic. And I'm happy that I can go on this journey with you guys. I'm happy for those of you who stay for my yap sessions, because I do love yapping about this show. But that's going to be it for this episode. If you guys like the video, leave a comment. I've got the full-length reaction up on Patreon. I'd appreciate it if you checked it out. And if you guys like the content on the channel, please subscribe. It really helps me out. I will see you guys later in the week for the 3rd season. I was going to say we're already on the 3rd. Taking a little slow for what I usually do, but that's another thing real quick. I know I've had it in my descriptions, but I want to say it right here in case anyone's still watching. January 1st, I'm on the ball. I'm going to have a lot more time on my hands, and all of that time and effort will be going towards videos, will be going towards watching as much as I can, as fast as I can. So if you're interested in what I make, I would hope that you'd be excited for that time period. And also, hopefully, Days can return for videos around that time, maybe January, February, March, around there. So, if I will see you guys next week. I appreciate you guys for watching.